So what we're about to do is we're gonna go to Higashiyama Jisho. It's a temple that's very scenic, very beautiful. I'm gonna take some pictures. I actually lightened up my load today, if you can tell. I got the camera on me, 70 to 200 and the 10 millimeter in the bag. Stay tuned. First day in Kyoto. And I was excited because I was about to see temples and shrines that I've only seen in books and magazines and online. And once I got to Higashiyama, this was like stepping into a living painting. I mean, they call it the Silver Pavilion, and it was once a shogun's villa, now a peaceful retreat that's like wrapped in these moss gardens and gravel paths. And the entry was only 500 yen, but what you get in return is priceless. So once I left the temple, I went to yakiniku steak, which was highly recommended by my next door neighbor. First, they gave me like a lesson on sake, and I got to try different sake from different regions of Japan. Now, this is a couple-owned business, a wife and a husband, and they were nothing but the best hosts. They even let me come back into the kitchen while they were preparing my steak so I could grab some footage, which I think was pretty cool. It's honestly phenomenal. I think you can cut this with a spoon, to be honest. And after that, I jumped on the bus to figure out the public transportation for the next day. One thing that's really cool is that the bus is pretty easy to just hop on and off. It only costs 230 yen, which I think is like maybe 40, 50 cents. The subway doesn't go everywhere, but the buses kind of make sure that the subway stations connect. And that was pretty easy. I'll be looking to do a lot more of that tomorrow when I go to see some of the things here in Kyoto. So we're gonna take the green line back to Kyoto Station. My hotel is right near Kyoto Station. Take a bus, take a train. It's all pretty easy. You just scan your, tap your phone and it works. You can see that was pretty easy because now I'm on the subway. So today, first things first, it's 7 a.m. We're gonna go to the bamboo forest. We got 2 full day passes for the train and the bus. All right, it's about a 10-minute walk from the train station to the entrance of the bamboo forest, but we're finally here. Here it is. Now, the bamboo forest was absolutely amazing. I mean, this was the biggest bamboo I've ever seen in my life. But it's not as big as you would think it is, but it is pretty cool. One thing I will stress is get there early because you might be able to take some pictures with no one in it. However, around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it will probably be more than 500-600 people in your eyesight. But that doesn't take away from its beauty because you can always look up and see these huge stalks of bamboo reaching for the sky. So I switched to the Osmo Action because it's actually just better for me to grab B-roll. So you'll start to see a lot more B-roll. All right, right now we're headed up to the top of this mountain to see a temple that's supposed to have like beautiful views. So the entry fee is 1,000 yen, which is about $6 or $7. And it's about a 15-minute walk, but you get some crazy views. I can't read Japanese, so okay, one way. And there's, like I said, there's a bunch of different things that you can see along the way, like different statues. And it's just really beautiful. I didn't expect it to be this green. All right, it's only 10 o'clock. So we've done the bamboo forest, we've done this temple, and now we got to figure out what's next. So listen, one thing to note is always bring cash and get here early because the lines are backing up. Look at the bamboo forest now. And this is at the end of it. So I got here at like 8 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock now, and there's like 5 times as many people here now than it was at 8. All right, so we finally made it to the temple. Right there. And right now we're gonna look for a ticket office. That's a dope shop right there. So the ticket line doesn't seem too crazy. So Toji Temple is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that dates back to the 8th century. All right, so now we're about to get a wide angle shot of the temple with the tent. and it's also home to Japan's tallest wooden pagoda. All right, that's a wrap on the temple. We just walked into both of these Buddhist temples. So we're leaving this temple and we're gonna go back to the hotel to just kind of reset, regroup, and see what's next on the list. And this is Fushimi Inari, the Shrine of 1,000 Gates. It feels like stepping into another world. It's free to enter, it's open 24/7, and every step carries centuries of devotion to the Shinto god of rice and prosperity. All right, we just got to figure out where we're going after this. I want to see the gates. This is probably a mistake coming here in the middle of the day. And just like most places in Kyoto, either get there early or go late to avoid the large crowds. And if you do choose to hike up the mountain, the crowds are less and less, so you will be able to take some cool pictures. Of course, I chose to hike up, but I didn't know what I was getting into. I thought it was a quick hike. It is not. It's going to take about 35 to 45 minutes to get up to the top, and it's all steps. All right, we're still going up. I think we're at the top. I can see it. And we were not at the top. That wasn't even the halfway mark. All right, so you can see Kyoto in the distance. It's a beautiful city. We're not at the top just yet. We still got behind me to go, so bear with me. I don't know why I do this to myself, but. All right, so we just stopped to get some ice cream before we start headed back up to the top. I got vanilla and soybean flavor, so I'm just waiting in line to get it right now. It's like a reward. We're almost here to the top. This gotta be the top. We did it. We're at the top. All right, so we made it to the top, finally. Top. Now, we gotta make our way back down. Now that we're making our way down the mountain, you can see the views of Kyoto. Check this out. So you know we gotta take some fire pictures of this. We're done, and my legs are killing me, let me tell you that. So other than that, we're about to hop on this train. It's like 2 stops back to Kyoto Station. We're gonna let these puppies rest because hiking in AJ1s is not for the weak, I'll tell you that. All right, so on day 3, my final day in Kyoto, we went to Otagi Nenbutsu-ji Temple, which is this temple that's unlike any other. Over 12,000 moss-covered stone statues, each with a unique face and expression. They greet you with joy, mischief, and peace. It was built in the 8th century, and this humble temple was later restored with these whimsical rakan statues carved by worshippers and artists. It's peaceful and playful, and the entry was just 300 yen. So we just hopped in a cab. Now we're headed to Kinkaku-ji, but this is supposed to be one of the prettiest pavilions that Kyoto has to offer. So I'm excited to see it. All right, so now we are at probably our last stop before we hit Gion Street. This is the famous golden pavilion. Kinkaku-ji. It's supposed to be this very beautiful gold pavilion, one of the prettiest in Kyoto. All right, so we're finally here. We see it. Check this out. That's it right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get a reflection shot. You see the reflection in the water? So Kinkaku-ji, the golden pavilion, is pure magic. Covered in gold leaf and mirrored on a quiet pond, the Zen temple feels like a dream and is one of Kyoto's most iconic sites. That's a wrap on the golden pavilion. Now we're about to go to Gion Street, and that's gonna be our last stop in Kyoto. Then we're gonna, like I said, regroup, go back to the hotel, and actually we're gonna find some food. We're gonna eat some ramen, because ramen is fire. Excuse me, taxi? Thank you. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of like, yo, just get me to the spot and I'll figure it out. and I don't have a lot of time to waste. I mean, if I did a bus to Gion, it's gonna be an hour and a half. Taxi will get me there in 20 minutes, save an hour. That's like another hour I can spend in Osaka. The solo travel math that I'm doing right now. So this is the Gion district, and it's Kyoto's most famous geisha district, where it takes you back in time with all the Japanese tradition. While I was walking through the district, I stumbled upon this Michelin-rated ramen spot that I had to try out. And I could not figure out this machine, but luckily the host was there to help me. So after we ate some of the best ramen I've ever had, we made our way to Osaka. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, and Osaka's next. Peace.